Let's do sports now on the AM show. My name is Haruna Mubarak. So our first story, and in a game where dreams are chased with every kick, one young star is turning heads and breaking boundaries. At a tender age, the kid with a legendary name is lighting up the pitch with raw talent, fearless ambition, and a passion that can't be coached. Well, my colleague Daniel Cranton has more in this special report.
A few months ago, this poster made waves on social media. The obituary was a striking sight, with 4 names standing out to viewers, not for their sorrowful connotation, but each one instantly recognizable, evoking a powerful sense of legacy, achievement, and reverence. In the quiet moments between birth and the first words, there's a powerful force that shapes a child's sense of self: their name. A name, seemingly just a label given by parents or guardians, carries with it layers of meaning, history, and expectation. It is the first gift a child receives from the world, and for better or worse, it can become a guiding thread throughout their life. As children grow, their names can shape the way they are perceived by others, or how they view themselves, and how they navigate the complexities of identity and belonging. With this knowledge, Abdul Rahman Amartefio had a vision for his children, and that vision influenced the names he chose.
First of all, I'm a Barca fan, and I'm a special fan, a very serious fan of Messi and Iniesta. I knew definitely my kids will end up playing football. It's something I'd hoped for. Myself, I was a footballer, but I couldn't reach the highest level. So that has been my dream. So when I gave birth to the firstborn, and he was a boy, I knew he would play. And Messi is my player, so I just named him after Messi. And then when it comes to Iniesta, although I love Messi, I would say my love for Iniesta is really probably bigger than that of Messi. And so I didn't have any other option but to name my second one after Iniesta. If you look at my third one, that is Angel Di Maria, you realize he never played Barcelona. But I just loved that gentleman, his style of play. I see him to be a very good gentleman, a nice man, handsome man. And in fact, I fell in love with him, not because, and as at the time I even named my son Di Maria. Di Maria was playing for Madrid. For my last born, Serena Williams. Yeah, I just love Serena Williams.
However, such a bold decision certainly was not made without some opposition.
She wanted Christian names, so I needed to justify those names I was choosing, and it wasn't easy, but then, like I said, I was able to justify that of Messi and Iniesta. That of Di Maria, there was a little, because Di Maria, I couldn't really get the real meaning, but then I only got to know it as a masculine form for Angel Mary. Yeah.
Be it a stroke of luck or by divine orchestration, little by little, one of his 4 children, Andres Iniesta Amartefio, is beginning to emulate his namesake, the Barcelona great. For residents of Mamprobi, Iniesta's exploits are well known. But at the inaugural small post under-13 tournament, the audience was wild. From the moment Iniesta touched the ball, the young boy captured the crowd's attention with a dazzling display of control, vision, and instinct that seemed too far refined for his age.
Even before we found out his name, we went to watch him and his team in Colibono. They were playing a friendly match in the community over there. And we saw this number 8, and anytime he touched the ball, the whole community, everybody's Iniesta. So initially I was wondering if it's his nickname. But when the boy touches when his magical left foot, set pieces, his passing, everything, he was like the playmaker of his team. Very little boy, but the things he does, magical. So at the end of the game, I went to his coach and I was like, wow, who's this? And he said Iniesta. And then they introduced me to his dad as well. And I was like, Iniesta, what's his real name? They said Iniesta. Andres Iniesta Amartefio. I said, wow, that's his name. So from there, we just fell in love with him because we all know who Iniesta is and the ability that he has. And he also wearing the same number 8 It was great to see a talent like this in this country. For what he does with the ball at his age, it was magical.
This outcome has, however, not surprised Abdul Rahman, who believes his mindset towards his children's upbringing is what has created this phenomenon.
If you view sports as a game, you wouldn't attach much importance to it. But for me, I see it as a profession. That is why we have professional footballers, professional athletes. If your child has a skill in the field of sports, I would admonish every parent to put much effort in, just as you treat formal education. If you begin to have that same view for sports, there you will have a meaning to push your kids in that way. And by so doing, we respect the field. We put in every effort. Just like I'll buy books for my kids in school, I will see the need to buy sports equipment for my kids.
For Abdul Rahman, the right guidance is incredibly essential for his son at this point. Talented footballers, especially at a young age, are like uncut diamonds, full of potential but in need of careful shaping. Coaches, mentors, and a supportive environment plays a crucial role in helping young footballers develop not only their technical skills but also their mental resilience and character. And this, for parents like Abdul Rahman, is where Small Poles, an organization with the sole aim of bridging the gap between education and sport, comes in.
This is what Small Poles is trying to do, give these kids a spotlight to show what they have and what they can do, and that's basically what we are trying to do, is make sure that we have more talents shining out of our schools, giving them the platform to play in competitive environments where their family, their friends are all there watching them, their cameras also watching them, and for them to show their ability in these conditions. You can't take anything away from them, because if you go to Europe, what they have over us is the character and the confidence that they have because of the kind of exposure that they have. This is the kind of exposure we are trying to give our kids and our students athletes in Ghana. But I've realized that a lot of parents are open to their kids entering sports. So we before we had the tournament, we engaged the parents, we engaged the teams first, and then the teams sent the messages to the parents, and the parents were willing to meet us, Small Poles, our team. And when we spoke to them about the project and what we want to do, they were very down because they saw where we are trying to go. We are trying to create a career path for their kids in football. But then if there's no football as well, there's also education. That's why we are trying to go through these academies and then the schools.
This Small Pole concept, when I discussed with the leadership, I noticed will actually help to take some of these kids who are on the streets but are talented. Majority of them are into sports, into football. Majority of them, majority. But because the other teams, that the main teams that we have, or let me say, the coast team is these coast team tournaments are not really active like before. Secondly, these academies that have come into the system mostly target kids who could afford them one. Others also target kids who have backings from their parents, like some of us are doing, but then not majority of them are able to think of kids who have the kids but they have the skills, but some way somehow they've been neglected, let me put it that way, so they find themselves on the streets. But if you look at this concept by these Small Poles people, they go to those areas that most of these teams refuse to go to.
Iniesta's talent is evident for all to see. From the local pitches to hopefully rising whispers among scouts, young Andres Iniesta is quickly making a name for himself. With exceptional vision, composure beyond his years, and a relentless work ethic, he's not just wearing a famous name, he's living up to it. As he continues to develop under the watchful eye of coaches and fans alike, the boy dreams not only of reaching the professional stage, but of one day standing shoulder to shoulder with the legacy he was named after. For now, he remains grounded, focused, and full of promise. A young talent with big shoes to fill and every intention of doing just that.
to women's football, it's been a season of highs and heartbreaks, but it all comes down to this weekend at the University of Ghana Stadium, where Jonina Ladies take on Faith Ladies in the Women's FA Cup final. Now, Joy Sports' Lawrence Baidu caught up with the teams as they prepare for their biggest match yet.
Under the soft glare of the training ground, Jonina Ladies move like a team with one goal in mind, lifting the Women's FA Cup. Every pass, every sprint, every shout from the sideline echoes a belief that this is their year. For a club that has steadily risen through the ranks, this final isn't just a match. It's a culmination of years of resilience, belief, and hard work.
It's a good opportunity for a team like Jonina, who has never been in the final before, for us to reach final in this year. So it's a good one over there. At least for Jonina and Antioquia community to get a FA Cup title will be a huge blow. Like it will be like amazing for Antioquia community to get a title at the FA.
Confidence runs deep within the squad, and it's not just coming from the sidelines.
It doesn't matter that they are going for relegation, so we will take them as the lower side so we can score them easy. It's not that easy. But with determination and focus, we were able to win. The fans should expect more goals from me because the final match, I'm going to score.
We prepare well for the last match. That is Sunday, 18th. We prepare well. And all of us, we are going all out. So I know we can do it. We can do it. It's possible. I want them to come out and support us because we had a nice season and we want to take the trophy.
But waiting for them at the final whistle is a team with something just as powerful: redemption. Faith Ladies. Their fate as a top-flight team decided at the end of the Women's Premier League campaign. The heartbreak of relegation was palpable. However, their path to the final has been nothing short of defiant. With Faith, they had a run that surprised many, and despite the odds stacked against them, they arrived with fire in their boots and nothing to lose.
Taking this opportunity to invite Ghanaians to come to the Legon, that is Legon Sports Stadium, where we are playing the finals of the FA Cup against Jonina. It is going to be an exciting game, so I wish everybody will be there to come and watch a very beautiful football. And at the end of the day, Faith Ladies, we are sure that the victory is ours.
No pressure, no fear. Just one last shot at rewriting the narrative of their season. Two teams, two stories. One looking to crown a season of growth, the other fighting to salvage pride in a year of adversity. The Women's FA Cup final promises more than silverware. It promises legacy. From Jonina's unbreakable bond to Faith's fearless last stand. This is football at its finest.
It's been a season to forget for Faith Ladies. But for Jonina Ladies, it's one that they'll be proud of. Because aside finishing third in the Women's Premier League, in their second season, it's the Women's FA Cup as well for them. Good things come to those who wait. Faith Ladies are relegated, but they have a pride to fight for. Jonina Ladies are hoping to make a community proud. In the end, 90 minutes or more could decide this fixture. Lawrence Baidu for Joy Sports.
24. And that's how we end the sports segment on the AM show. My name is Haruna Mubarak.